How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? This is William. What's this date? June 27th, 2024. There we go. How y'all doing? Y'all noticed the two videos that I posted before I'm posting this video right here that I kind of took y'all back down memory lane about stuff that had taken place with me and giving y'all some updates on some things. Okay, y'all, that video in front of the DSS when my ex-wife at that time had assaulted me. Now I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all some information that y'all don't know yet that I didn't put before when I gave y'all this video to look at before. Okay, Michelle was already under probation at that time, my children's mother, for assaulting me a second time. So she was already pulling an 18-month probation, y'all. When she assaulted me that night, December 2018, she was already under 18-month probation. And then when she got that charge that night about assaulting me that night, yours truly, Richmond, our district attorney, dropped those charges against her almost 5 years later. They had me going to court for almost 5 years before they undercovertly dropped those charges against Michelle for assaulting me that night out there when she throwed up on my daughter, threw me down on the ground, threw my daughter one way, threw me another way. And then had both my kids throwing up on themselves that night. Let me tell you, and not only that, y'all, it was freezing out there that night. It was cold. I mean, this was in December of 2018. You see how she had my child walking around there with no shirt on, no but a little tank top on. It was freezing out there that night when all this stuff took place. And this was the third assault that Michelle had assaulted me. And this was her third assault now. Her second assault against me, the judge found her guilty and gave her 18-month probation. Now, and then it wasn't even a year, because she had just got convicted of assaulting me in the earlier part of 2018. And then now this the latter part of 2018 where she assaulted me again while she was still under probation. I ain't even served a year on probation yet. And assaulted me again. And that's them charges that I was telling y'all that re-signed the district attorney's office, ran for almost 5 years, and then all of a sudden I was going to court and the charge was being dismissed against Michelle. See? And they didn't notify me, the plaintiff, of anything. They didn't notify me, ask me, this is what we gonna do, how you feel about we doing this. They ain't did none of that. They just dropped those charges against her without my acceptance to what they was doing. But when I went and questioned them about it, you need to go talk to your lawyer. At that time, what was his name? I forgot what his name was. Anyway, something. I'll think of it after a while with my lawyer name from Waysboro. And then, listen, mind y'all now, this was on a Tuesday, right? And I had just went to court that day with Michelle under Judge Sophia Crawford. And she also said I was going to jail if I didn't bring my kids for Michelle to see them. She said I was going to jail. She literally said that in courtroom. And I'm telling her, this woman that caused me to be locked up numerous times falsely, why would you make me go deal with this woman when you know I'm having a problem with this woman assaulting me every time we come together? I said, okay, despite that, okay, I'm going to go take the kids. Tuesday evening, I took those kids to DSS to give them to Michelle for 4 days, I think it was. She's supposed to bring them back that Friday. That's right, that Friday. So I gave them to her that Tuesday. She's supposed to bring them back to me that Friday. Okay. So I done made my argument to Judge Crawford. And I'm saying, look, I even telling her she biased against me and everything. You know what I'm saying? For her to excuse herself and everything. I told her this. And she still threatened me with jail, contempt of court, if I didn't bring my children to Michelle that day, that same very day, Tuesday. So okay, I did it. I went there. Wasn't no problem with me giving her the kid. Wasn't no problem at all. She left, came back but now when I come back to get them that following Friday, that's where the problem started. Now what's the deal? I'm pulling up simple just to get my kids and leave. So what? And y'all seen how she was taking photos and stuff inside her car and everything before I even got there. And then she's snapping cameras and stuff in my face when I got there. So that clearly showed that was a setup, right? And it came from toward the sheriff department. Judge Sophia Crawford knew that Michelle was already under 18-month probation. She already knew that. And she knew that night when Michelle assaulted me, she knew that she had assaulted me too that night too. But now listen, let me get to the good part about this, y'all. Let me get to a little further than it is to let y'all know. Now, this was in December of 2018. March of 2019 is when Safira Crawford, which was 3 months later, which was Safira Crawford, that wicked judge, stripped me of my rights to my own kids and gave them to Michelle after all of that stuff that she had already known what Michelle had done to me. Now, you tell me how many of y'all, and the sheriff department was contracted it. They was along with their junk too. It was DSS, the sheriff department, some of the same ones up there running it now. Mark Gullich and the rest of them up there. Only thing different was the chief was then was Clemens. Okay. So they the one that did all this junk. And then when I told them I knew my daughter was Michelle was locked up in jail, they wouldn't go get my child. Had my child at a total stranger's house. But let me tell you what they told me before. Oh well, Mr. Wall, you was locked up, so all the rights go to the mother, because you was locked up. Okay. And then when the same rule came to apply for me when she was locked up, for me to get my daughter, it didn't apply. Oh, we're not going to get your child. We're not going to do this. We're not going to do it. You go to court. You got to go to court. See, the thing with the wickedness of the people that work at the sheriff department, they want to twist and turn the law to fit them. So it fitted Michelle when I was in jail for her to come and get my kids, but it didn't fit me the same way when she was in jail. When I swear to God my child because she was in jail. My child ain't supposed to be with no stranger, but what the sheriff department do? And I got them videos coming back at y'all. Just look out, y'all. Like I said, I don't get rid of nothing because I know this junk is coming back. Safira Crawford, that wicked maggot judge, Warren McSwain, that wicked bastard maggot judge. It's a few more, and I ain't gonna go all into that because Joseph David, that wicked slinky bastard maggot. McGuire, he's another snake, lizard, slickly with oil. Not just, how old people said, you slicker than a snake? That joker slicker than a snake with grease on him. So that lets you know how wicked that little mangy bastard is. But anyway, y'all, and the DSS, Crystal, she was one of the workers at that time, and a few more workers over her head, they helped concoct it to keep my child away from me after Michelle clearly, by their own camera, saw her assault me. And assault our daughter. By their own camera, y'all, DSS camera. Y'all saw that. They saw with their own camera, and they failed to protect my child against that woman. Now, let's put the shoe on the other foot, y'all. Now, let's say if I had to did her like that, what they would done to me. If I had actually did Michelle like that, the way she did to me, and throw my child one way and throw her another way while she was pregnant, what they would did to me, y'all? Do I have to answer that question? That shows you how wicked the members of that sheriff department is up there, and how wicked the DSS was, and how wicked that maggot judge Safira Crawford was. Because Safira Crawford knew. Let me tell you something I know about DSS, y'all. They got the personal numbers to the judge. So they done called Safira Crawford, hey, you need to do this, you need to do that. I know what she did. She wasn't nothing but a blackout for them. In the old time and day, they call her Uncle Tom. That's the only reason why she got that job, because she surely ain't got that job because of the citizens of Richmond County. She got that job because them lawyers and all of them put her, the governor put her in there. Let's go ahead and put it that way. Appointed her to be there, because she won't voted in there. And I want y'all to know that. Safira Crawford was not voted to be a judge in Richmond County. She was appointed there. So go back and read some of my stuff. I even got the paper that said what Safira Crawford, believe it or not. And like I said, I'm just going back and letting y'all, enlighten y'all with the memory and adding to the stuff that I didn't say then at that time. How many of y'all would have been on probation, 18 months probation, assault the same person, and then assault your own child, and then turn around and get my kid 3 months later from me, strip me of all my rights to my own kids? Yeah, and you know what? And as my kids get older, and as they start to comprehend what's really done happening, what their mama done, they gonna get the truth about this whole thing. And because you know what? My children is wall. They ain't gonna stop that. They wall. My blood run through those kids. But the wickedness of that sheriff department, the wickedness of DSS, the wickedness of the judge of that Safira Crawford, and I'm calling about that because she was the only judge that was the wicked maggot judge that ruled over me. After I told her to excuse herself from my case because she was a conflict How you gonna prosecute me back in the day, then turn around and be a judge over me? But guess what she did, y'all? She turned around after she stripped me of my kids. Then she gonna turn around and accuse herself after she done did the dirt. After she done did her dirt, then she gonna accuse herself of my case. The same thing that bastard maggot George David done. You know what I'm saying? Just like that maggot judge Warren McSwain. And he, you know what? Let me tell you who need to be in the same boat to go down with. You know, they say the captain go down with the boat. Sophia Crawford, Warren McSwain, Derek. What's that rascal name? You know what? I can't hardly remember that name. Joseph David and Michelle Lawyer, David McGuire. All of them maggots need to be one boat and sink with the boat. Well, that sounded a little harsh, but you know what? When people deliberately and spitefully hurt you, what you think they deserve to get back in return? You know what I'm saying? And see, all of them bastards I'm talking about, y'all, they deliberately hurt me. Deliberately. You know, I fought all my charges the hard way and come out on top. You know what I'm saying? But they still drove me and took my kids away from me. You see what I'm saying? Because that's the only thing they could do. And then here go, let me give y'all a sentence out of a lying woman's mouth. She gonna sit there and tell me, oh, I don't want nothing but my kids. I don't want nothing from you. Then as soon as she did that, I know there was always a setup to come after me for child support and everything. And then to make it worse than that, she got me in court and lied about the money she get. She got him in court and lie about the money she get and gonna tell the judge this all the money, and the judge gonna praise her for she ain't give him about $1,000. That lying woman. Let me tell y'all something. I know what kind of money she get. You understand what I'm saying? And she get under table money that she don't even report to the DSS. You know what I'm saying? How many of y'all know you can take your kid, know you ain't got your kids, and have your kids getting benefit for your kid that you know you ain't got? Well, let me tell you something. Michelle Show did it. That's how she got the Section 8, got housing quick as she did, because I had my kid for 2 years. She left me in 2017. Judge Sophia Crawford stripped me of my rights in 2019 and changed placement on my children. How you going to uproot children out of stable and safe home to put them out there in the middle of no man's land? That's why Sophia Crawford, that maggot judge, is going to suffer for the junk she did to me. And that Warren McSwain, Joseph David, and that McGuire, and anybody that did anything deliberate to me behind my back to hurt me, you're going to suffer. Every one of you going to suffer for that junk you did to me. Every one of you. And I ain't biting my tongue on that, because you're going to suffer. Have y'all ever wanted to listen to that? Y'all ever go to the rest homes and go in people's homes sometimes, you see how sick they are, and then you ask yourself a question, and you're a servant of the Lord, and you ask yourself, why these people suffering like that? You know, but you know what? Some things ain't for you to ask a question. Some things ain't for you to ask God about. Because they suffering for a reason. They either suffering for the healing of the Lord, or they suffering for the garbage junk they done in life. You best believe it. And I'm here to tell you, Sophia Crawford, David McGuire, Joseph David, Warren McSwain, and them are going to be some suffering people dealing with me. They're going to suffer behind the junk they did to me. And whether they old, young, whatever, whenever God decide to jump in and do what he going to do, because I ain't the one going to be able to do it. You know what I'm saying? You know what? I would like to be the one. But you know what? God is the one, because God got the better answer and the right answer at all times. So you know what? He gonna deal with them people that deliberately hurt me, and they did, y'all. And that's the reason why I came and enlighten y'all with them videos, so y'all can see what went down and enlighten y'all what was going on then at the time that Michelle assaulted me. Yup. So like I said, y'all, always keep everything. I keep all paperwork, every single thing. I keep all my videos. You know, see, I remember one time they went on my Facebook, sheriff department, and I believe they did it and stripped all of my videos off my Facebook. I'm like, oh, so they got access to go on your Facebook page and do whatever they want. But here's the thing. They can't go do my YouTube like that, though. You heard me? See, they can't go jump up on my YouTube and do this and do that. But see that Facebook local junk? Man, I went on my Facebook. You know, me and my daughter did the Justice for All. Man, I looked on that thing. All my videos was going off of that thing. Every one of them. Now, you tell me who did that. That's why I told y'all then, watch out, that sheriff department go in y'all video, they get access, and they got the privilege to go in your video and see anything on Facebook. Y'all, so I'm telling y'all now, watching how you put stuff out there on Facebook, because they watching you and they can go into your private settings and do whatever they want to your page. So y'all beware of that. But that's all I got to say right now, y'all. And I'm going to come back. I'm going to start, entertaining y'all with some videos that I from the old, and I'm going to bring them back to y'all to show you how a wicked, mentally ill woman stripped me and assaulted me 3 times, and found guilty of 1. The charge was dismissed on the 3rd one. Stripped my children, take my children from me. And like I said, the devil looks out for the devil. You can best believe that. You understand what I'm saying? That's all, y'all. Now I get back with y'all. Thank you.